if you're like this guy who is always stuck whenever carrying out market analysis or whenever they open their chart and they cannot just understand what the price action is saying, then I need you to pay attention to this video, because in this video I'm going to be showing you how to become a master of market analysis and transform you into this guy who has everything clear and everything working perfectly for him. Welcome back to another insightful and educative video brought to you by Coinfinity. And today's video we're going to be talking about mastering market analysis. And in this video I'm going to be your guide to understand how to carry out a proper market analysis, and we are going to look at some live examples so that you know how to carry out an analysis in a proper way. Now, just before we dive right into the heart of this teaching, if you're a beginner and you're looking for somewhere you can get experience, somewhere you can get some training about the forex market, you're just starting out and you need some guidance and training to get started with the foreign exchange market, well, at Coinfinity we are here to help you shape your future when it comes to trading the financial market, especially the foreign exchange market. And that is why we are giving out a 5-day free forex training program for every beginner out there. So whether you're just starting out or if you're new to trading, you can actually register and sign up for this 5-day free forex training program so that you get hands-on experience about the foreign exchange market, what it entails, and how to get started. All you simply need to do is use the link in the description below. Make sure you sign up, save your spot, and then you'll be able to attend this 5-day free forex training program. Now, when it comes to carrying out a proper analysis, whenever you are on your chart in whatever pair you're looking at or whatever asset you want to analyze, there are three major things you need to look out for. All right, number one is the trend of that asset. Now I'm using asset instead of currency pair because we are talking about the general market. All right, and this has been proven to work in every type of financial asset out there. As long as that asset has candlesticks, then these key approaches are what you should be looking out for when you need to carry out your analysis. Number one is to check on the trend of that market, the overall trend of that market. You want to know if that market is overall bullish or if it is overall bearish or if it is just moving sideways in a choppy manner. All right, because that will help you frame up the next idea you want to be looking at. The second thing you want to be looking out for is the key levels, your support and your resistance level, your PDRA levels, your psychological levels, the big figures and the big numbers. You want to make sure you pay attention to these levels because there are certain levels like your psychological levels that if price should trade above or beneath, all right, it would practically keep dropping lower or continue going higher depending on what assets you're looking at. And then after you've identified the trend and your key levels, the next thing you want to look at is the current price action. Now, what do I mean by the current price action? It is actually the price action and how they form around key and psychological levels. All right, so how does your price action trade around your key support and resistance level, around your PDRAs level, and around the psychological level? These three things will help you shape up a trade narrative and tell you if you're going to be buying or selling a currency pair. Now we are going to move right into our trading view and look at a live price chart and see how we can combine these three key approaches to carry out proper analysis. So for demonstration purposes, we have the USD JPY chart right here, and this is a live price chart, and we are going to try to carry out our proper analysis. Now, one thing I did not mention in the previous slide is that whenever carrying out your analysis, you want to always start with a top-down approach. All right, what is a top-down approach? You want to start from a higher time frame and then move into a lower time frame instead of doing it the other way around. Instead of starting from a lower time frame and moving into a higher time frame, you always want to start from a higher time frame to a lower time frame, because this will actually tell you the overall trend of the market when you're starting from the higher time frame instead of starting from the lower time frame. So personally, I like starting my analysis on the weekly time frame, and this is where I find the current trend of the market. So right here we can see that if we are looking at this market, we can see that the current trend for this market is what? Bullish. Now we can identify that by simply using our trend line tool on the weekly time frame. All right, and we can see that new lows are not being broken, but instead new highs are being created on the weekly time frame, which means that this trend should be bullish. And it will be more clearer if we move into the daily chart. And as you can see, we definitely have a solid structure here on the daily chart, identifying that this market is indeed bullish. Now, the next thing I said on the list is that we want to identify our key levels, which are our support and resistance, our supply and demand, our PD arrays levels, and our psychological levels. Now, over here, we can see that we have this old high right over here, and this old high is particularly around the psychological level, which is 150 big figure. All right, and you can see the reaction at that point. And this, for our smart money traders, is also a mitigation area, all right, which is an old high, and you can see the series of down close candle before this rapid movement higher. So this is a mitigation point where we can be looking for, price action to form particular patterns. All right, and you can see that once price traded into this area, we had a push. Also, for our smart money ICT traders, we also have what we call a fair value gap, and you can see this is a very large fair value gap inside of this area. So there are many key PDRAs that are aligning with this area plus this psychological level. Now, the best part is that we already know the current trend of the market, which is bullish, and we can see a reaction from the psychological level and then this old high, which we can call our resistance broken turn support, and we can see that price action has indeed pushed away from here. So it is safe to say that our next level we'll be looking for, or the target we'll be looking for, is this high, all right, which means that we are going to be safe buying this particular currency pair until we get to this liquidity pool above this high. So we can now start hunting for for bullish setups after we have identified our current trend, key levels, and the price action around those key levels. It is safe for us to now go into a lower time frame, like the 1 hour time frame, look for bullish engulfing candlesticks and different type of price pattern or a shift in market structure, and just take our trades. So we can see different type of bullish engulfing candlesticks here, which we can use as our entry point to take in our trade. All right, and our stop loss would go below this area over here. So for example, if you're a candlestick pattern trader, you just need an engulfing candle to trade and close above a previous bearish candle after we've had a shift in market structure. But if you're someone who uses market structure, you can also use your market structure on your line chart, and you can see we have a shift in market structure here, and then we have series of other blocks that are being created. So this is a perfect example of you carrying out proper analysis. And trust me, if you do and repeat the same logic and pattern in any other asset you're looking for or you're trying to trade, it will give you clarity on how you can carry out proper analysis. All you simply need to do is know the current trend of the market from the higher time frame. From the higher time frame perspective, move into looking for the key levels or psychological levels around those key levels, and watch how price action forms around this level. That will give you an idea of how to trade and what to look out for. Now, if you want more explanation about how to carry out this analysis and how to master it, or you want further teachings and approaches on how to use this with different price action trading pattern or different trading strategy, then you can actually head on to our homepage at coinlinity.com. Check out our advanced forex trading courses, because all of this concept has been disclosed in our courses, and these courses have been structured in a manner that it covers every of these approaches, teaching you how to use them in live price charts, and also contains live examples of this approach being used. And you're going to gain a lot if you actually go for that advanced forex trading course. So if you want to get your journey started rapidly and you want to take that boost, I suggest you actually go for an advanced forex trading course and get started right now. And so that is it for this video. If you've enjoyed or learned a thing or two from this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If this is your first time coming across our channel, do also hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell icon. And do not forget, you can also follow us on other social media handles on Facebook, on TikTok, and also on Instagram. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you some other time.
Learn and earn with CoinLearnity. Ready to boost your knowledge and get rewarded? With CoinLearnity, every minute you spend learning turns into real rewards. Here's how it works. 1. Sign up or log in to your account. 2. Head over to the Rewards tab in your personal learning area. 3. Watch our free video tutorials and earn CoinLearnity tokens for every minute you spend learning. The more you watch, the more tokens you collect, and those tokens can be redeemed for amazing rewards like gift vouchers, trading bonuses, cash rewards, and more. Don't miss out. Start your learning journey with CoinLearnity today and make every lesson count.